Hey there, everyone. It's Pam of My Smart Cousin, here to talk with you about something that is so important when you are buying a rental property, or for that matter, even something that you're going to own for a very short time, like a fix and flip. And that is the subject of property management and maintenance. So, what I'm going to share here are some tips that allow you to be able to really maintain your investment property like a pro. First off, is you really want to make sure that you focus on keeping the property clean and well maintained. I know that these may seem like the sort of things that are rather obvious, but once you become a property manager and look at your property through the lens of an investor, here to share with you another real estate gem. Now, as you know, at My Smart Cousin, what we do is focus on helping you buy a house. I mean, a whole house for the price of a car. And of course, for folks who are looking at something at a higher price point, helping you to develop that strategy and really pinpoint and hone in on what to buy. And one of the things that folks can skip over as they think about becoming an investor, a real estate investor, is the importance of property management and really maintaining the property. So I'm just going to share a few insights with you on how it is that you can maintain a property like a pro. The first one is to make sure that you yourself keep the property clean and well maintained, or hire someone who specializes in that and who can do that. And the reason why is first impressions are just so important, especially if you're going to be owning the property and renting it out. You probably know the old saying, you only get one chance to make a first impression. So when a tenant, a potential renter, is looking at your property, here's what they shouldn't see: weeds way up to the sky, bushes and tree branches just clawing onto the side of the house, or tree branches actually resting on the house, a yard full of trash. Even as I describe this, you yourself know you personally would not want to live in something like that, let alone give it a chance to be something that you rent. So, same thing, when you become a property investor, these are the sort of things to focus on. So, what you'll want to do is make sure to hire someone, not so that they can do elaborate landscaping, but instead to do the basics. One value of trimming the bushes, I always talk about that one, is because not only does that give a neat look to the property itself, but it also ensures that you can manage pests. So pests, ants, spiders, the like, love the opportunity to crawl from a bush right onto a house. So if you make sure that those things are trimmed and kept away from the house, then you will save yourself two issues. Second is when you walk through a house and you now own it, make sure that it is clean and that it smells good. These days, plug-in air fresheners can help set the right mood for a potential tenant. And then likewise, clean means hiring someone who can do a thorough cleaning of the home beforehand. Second on your list is to regularly inspect the property for damage or any needed repairs. Oftentimes, when we think about repairs as an investor, we think about it from the, oh my God, something's broken end. That's reactive maintenance. But you also, as an investor, as a smart investor, that is, are going to think about it proactively in terms of scheduled maintenance. So, just the same way a car needs to be taken for scheduled maintenance, likewise, you should have your rental property with a schedule associated with it. So, here's one thing, for instance, to schedule. Every 4 months, change the furnace filter. The furnace filter is something that can help the furnace work more efficiently, which is going to mean lower bills for your customer, your renter, and it also is going to mean cleaner air and them being happy on two levels: low cost as well as cleaner air that they have. Second thing for you to schedule is an annual check of the property. Now, don't let this slide. It can be very easy when you own a property, and especially when you have a great renter, to say, well, hey, they keep renewing year after year. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. In other words, don't call them, uh, unless, of course, the rent check is late. Don't go in checking the house. No, those are all a path to problems that could really bite you later on. You will absolutely want to schedule calling your renter, I'd say twice a year. If you don't hear from them, you need to call, check in, and say, hey, just wanted to see how things are going. Is there anything we need to address? That's going to show that you care. And that also gives you a chance to check on the property. Then, in terms of annually, at the end of the rent lease, you or you're going to find someone who will go in, take pictures, have a clipboard, and room by room, item by item, check to see that things actually work. If you put, I'll make it up, a washing machine in the home, you're going to check to see, does the washing machine work? Does the dryer work? You're going to walk all around the outside of the house. Do you see any torn screens? Do you see any windows that look cracked? That sort of thing. So that's all very important to do. Then the last gem I'll give you is to respond quickly to tenant requests or complaints. Doing this will show that you care about the person, not just when they're paying you, but as a person, when they're experiencing an issue with the property. Secondly, is keep in mind, these things often have a legal basis. So if you do not address your renter's concerns, depending on the state, depending on the city, they will have the right, the legal right to address it themselves by withholding a portion of the rent, using those funds to pay for the fix. So it really costs you at two levels when you are not responsive. So that's it. Those are the three quick tips to how it is that you can not only buy the home, but make sure that you are a thorough, caring person who owns that property and rents it out and maintains it like a pro. That's it. I'm Pam of My Smart Cousin, hashtag My Smart Cousin. Give us a thumbs up if this is something that was useful to you. Talk with you.